What's going on, guys? Matt Everett here, and it is time to take a drive. And I want to talk about a subject today that a forum user who is kind of being an asshole to me in a sense actually called me a parasite, said I'm doing this for attention, and I'm a discredit to the Camaro community. But there's one thing he did say that I do agree with, because I obviously don't agree with all the other things he said. And this is for you, Nick, because you're right. I haven't been talking about this, and unfortunately, I should have. So, and that comes down to what happens to your vehicle warranty when you modify your vehicle. Now, all of these mods that you do, ported throttle bodies, intake manifold upgrades, headers, cold air intakes, exhausts, lowering your car, all those different things. What does that do to your warranty? According to GM, it straight up voids it. It's done. Like, you should not be counting on your warranty whatsoever. Now, they do have to prove that whatever you did to the car caused that. Now, if your motor blew up for some reason or whatever, you would have to go to court to basically prove that your vehicle or the upgrades that you did were not the reason that your motor blew up. And you would have to do that. Some dealerships are mod friendly, some dealerships aren't. Just depends on where you're at and where you work. Now, or where you're at and where you bought your car from, I should say. But I do want to highlight, I honestly feel GM is in the market, not only in their engineering side, to engineer the best possible performing car there is. And I truly believe they are. I don't think they're trying to bottle up these cars at all for whatever reasons. I truly believe they're... What is this? What are you doing? Okay. I have the right of way, not you. Sorry. I truly believe they are out to build an amazing car. And I also believe they are out to dethrone the aftermarket. And whether that's through building a car that just performs the best it can without anything added to it, or it's GM rolling out performance parts. And we saw this more so with the rollout of the 2016 Camaro, and I honestly feel they meant to roll out more parts and pieces faster, but who knows the circumstances that stop them from doing it, probably lawyers and all sorts of other things. But they have their aftermarket intake, they have their lowering springs, they have their aftermarket exhaust. I mean, they have so many different things that they're offering on the car's stock, and you don't have to go to companies like Rotofab or Cold Air Inductions or Ibach or, you know, BMR, list a million other companies that make products, right? And they're doing it, and they're offering you a warranty from buying their specific products. Now, you are paying a bigger price. Usually their items are a little bit more expensive than everyone else's. Not by much, but there's lots of wholesalers or resellers of GM products that will get you a lower price or a better price in general. But buying GM products and having GM install them, and I think even you can install them, but as long as it's a GM certified product, it will retain your warranty on your car. So I know there's a ton of people waiting for the GM cold air intake. They're saying that's coming with a tune. If that's true, then you get a factory tune from GM that keeps your warranty on your car. That's pretty awesome. Now, if you just bolt on things, and normally, yeah, you can unbolt them and hide from GM that you did anything. Is GM gonna see that something changed? Sure, the ECU can track, hey, there was something on the car for months that changed the airflow, and the computer has that tracked and monitored, and it's in the system. If you get a check engine light that pops up, that will be in the history of the ECU. Now, there's 1.5 million things that can cause a check engine light, and GM can't be like, oh, you did this, so your warranty's void. It could be something as simple as your MAF sensor failing or your O2 sensors failing. That happens. And GM can't be like, oh God, your warranty's void because your sensors failed. Like, there's a middle ground and an even road there. But do know you do take a risk when you modify your car to void your warranty. It can happen. And GM can say, no, we're not going to repair that. You have to pay for it. And it's a risk you take. It's a risk you take by supercharging your car. It's a risk you take by putting a cold air intake or a catch can or any of the other items, headers, all that kind of stuff. You think it's kind of silly, right? You're improving airflow to your vehicle. What can that change? Now, some states, they do have laws set in place. Like in California, technically you can change your axle back on your vehicle. So you can put an axle back on your car legally and not void your warranty. That is a state law that allows you to do that. Can GM try to fight it? Sure, they could try to fight it, but it is a law in the state of California, and I don't know if they would win that fight. But yeah, it's a risk. You're always taking a risk. So the bigger thing is when you buy a brand new car and you start modifying it and you start doing things to it, you have to keep in the back of your head, is this gonna be worth it if something happens to my car? Most cars don't have any problems. Some cars have major problems. I've always been a big fan of break in your vehicle, put 5,000 to 10,000 miles on it, get used to how it is stock before you start upgrading it right away. I know that's really hard to do, but that will at least highlight or prove that your car is gonna run pretty well and you're not gonna have issues. Now, if you run into any issues during that first 10,000 miles, you're opening yourself up to a bigger can of worms of potential other issues. You just never know. So that's my thought on the process. And Nick, again, it's kind of a little, I was rude to you at the beginning of this video, but I honestly feel your comments were kind of harsh. It's not the direction of the channel. I appreciate the comments that you've made across the board. And if you do see this video, I hope you can respect the fact that I crafted it and bow in a sense to, you were right. I have never really outlined the issues or the problems that you can have in by modifying your car. So this video is that, and I will do a better job at including plugs or talking about that kind of stuff in my videos moving forward. Hopefully that will make you a little bit happier. So as always, guys, thanks for watching the video. Likes, comments, shares are always appreciated. Subscribes even more so. And yeah, I do like it when people follow the channel and like watching the content. And even more so, love it when you comment below and tell me that you enjoyed the video or it was helpful and stuff like that. That is what helps my passion stay alive to keep crafting this content. So thanks for watching, and until next time, in next video, I will see you on the road.